Alright, hello. Um, I'm Michaela, this is my project, and first I'm going to start off with a basic game summary. So this is just a regular old typical, like, things are falling from the sky kind of game, and you have your score, ignore this for right now, and your lives. So I set it to have 3 lives, and every time you collect a coin, your score goes up by 1, and every time you get hit by a spike, your score goes, oh no, your score isn't affected, but your lives go down by 1. And once it hits 0 lives, it's a game over. So first, let me show you my tutorials referenced. This was one of them. This is the official Bolt course playlist by Game Grind. And I used a few of these episodes, mainly the character controller ones, and kind of the health and damage to reference how I was going to do my game over stuff. And then this video by One Wheel Studio to help blend the idle and run animations together. And then I used these websites for the sounds in my game. So this website for the coin sound, the spike sound, and then this website for the music, the background music. And I ended up using Bouncy Fun Song by Scott Holmes Music. And then, I also used this asset pack called Simple 2D Platformer Assets Pack, and I only used the sprites from it. So the coin, the objects, which includes the spike, and the player are all from that. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how the flow machines work. Oh, I also used obviously the professor's game for a lot of help in Bolt mainly. But here's my game control, which is similar to the professor's, except I added replay game by pressing P. So this loads the scene again when you get the game over. This is the quit thing, the start game paused, and the escape for pause. This is my gold coin prefab, and it spawns in using the coin spawner. And this is for the collision on the player and the update score. So the coin will collide with the player and update the score and then play the sound and then destroy itself. And this is when the coin collides with the ground. And this is for the spike. They're essentially the same thing, except that the spike... I need to change this. But the spike instead goes to lives number, and it lowers the life of the player and plays the damage sound. And then this also collides with the ground and disappears. So the background's just this generic blue little pixel thing. Here's the player flow graph. This is for player movement. So we get the horizontal axis. We multiply the player speed to make it go faster. This controls player velocity. This is from the Bolt tutorial. And then this is for flipping the sprite when it goes left or right. And this was the setup for the animation. And here is the animation components. On entry, it goes to this idle to run animation blend tree, which blends the two of these together depending on the player velocity or speed, which is right here. So then, where are we going next? That's the player. Here we have the sounds that I mentioned before. Canvas. On the canvas, we have a few different things. All right, so here we have the score and the lives, and then this kind of mesh. Let me just quickly. So this is what the pause screen looks like, and then this is what the game over screen looks like. So they press Q to quit or P to play again, and I have them both on for when the game loads, because a start event for the game over screen is that it is not enabled when the game starts, but the pause menu is. Oops, that doesn't have a flow graph. That's in the game control. But here's the score number flow graph, which has a custom event update score, and then the set text initial to 0, lives number. Here's a few more things. So initial lives are set to 3, and then here we have the custom event lower lives. And this is just basically the same as the score number, but a little different. So here we have that this must be equal to 0, and it can't go any lower. So this basically stops it from going -1, -2, -3 lives. So the lives will stop at 0. Then we have a branch over here, and this is kind of the same mechanic as the pause screen, but a little different. And this just basically, if this is true, the game screen will be enabled, the game over screen will be enabled, and the background music is going to stop. And if it's false, the game screen will not be enabled and the game will continue. So when the lives reach 0, the game screen will pop up, the music will stop, and then the player will have the option to either quit the game by pressing Q or play again by pressing P. And here we have some scene variables, which are the ground tiles. These all have colliders, obviously. Then the wall 1 and wall 2 are for, I don't know why the camera looks like that, are for collisions so that the player does not go off the sides of the screen. There we go. And here we have the spawners, which are essentially the same as the professor spawners, but I had to change a few things. So this range is -8.5 to 8.5, and 14 above the camera. And then we're finding the gold coin. The biggest change here was I changed the subtract to add, so that the coins would spawn above the camera. So they spawn about right here, and then they fall as well. And same thing with the spike spawners, basically the same thing. I just changed the values up a bit. And then if you play the game, sorry that took a while. The music starts, and oh, hold on. I did not undo this. Okay, there we go. Music starts, and then you have to press escape to unpause. You're walking around, hit by a spike. Hold on. Wow, I'm not running into any spikes. There we go. Alright, so the music stops, the game over screen comes on, and if you press P, it'll reload the scene, and Q will quit out, but Q doesn't work here unless you build the game, so you gotta go to build and run. But P does work. So the song restarts and your game restarts, and yeah. But if we build and run this, which will take a bit and a lot of computer power, the Q will work, and you can also press Q just to quit regularly in the middle of the game as well. This takes a while because my computer is a bit slow, but it'll get there. Alright. The UI looks a little different because it's scaled to screen size, and I have a pretty big screen. Alright, so you can press P and it'll restart. And you can also press Q to leave at any time or when the game screen pops up. And then press Q and you're out. And that's basically all I've got. But let me stop the recording. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. It was a fun little game to make. I ran into a few issues. I had to rebuild it from scratch, I think yesterday, and but it's been fun. It's cute. I love the music, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I hope you do too. Bye bye.